What's up, book nerds? I'm here to give a quick shout out to one of our favorite bookish small businesses, Well Read Candle Company. If you need your home or office to smell like your favorite book boyfriend or maybe your favorite small town vibe to get you through the day, you have to check them out. It's a woman owned business making some of the best bookish scents, and we are fully obsessed. We will link the website in the show notes, and don't forget to use code WhatTheSmut10 to save 10% on your order.
What's up, book nerds? Welcome to What the Smut Are You Talking About podcast. We are a weekly romance book podcast where we talk about books and chaos. So yeah, pretty much anything goes.
Join us as we talk about the books we are reading, what crazy shenanigans are happening in our lives, and who knows, we may have some fun guests drop by.
So grab your favorite snacky snack and your beverage of choice and come hang out and see what the smut we are talking about this week. Book nerds, it's been way too long. Sorry for being so MIA. Life has, been lifing. Some of you guys already know this, but my mental health just completely tanked last year. I was so busy, with my big girl job, and the burnout was very real. We talk about motherhood a lot on this podcast, but you never know how important your tribe truly is until you need them the most. In November, my husband, he had a surgery that put him out of commission for a couple of months. And then a few weeks later, my mother ended up having a pretty serious brain surgery. So they're both fine now. My husband is fully recovered. Mom is in PT, and she's probably going to have a second surgery. PT is not going like we want it to go, but we have high hopes for her. I say this because typically, other than my husband, I have my mom and my sister to help when we get in a bind or just need a break sometimes, which is 100% okay for moms to say they need a break. Let me say that again. It's 100% okay to need that break. But with everything, it just kept on adding up. And so something had to give. So unfortunately, I did have to take a step back from the podcast. But during this time, I knew I had to make a very big decision. Either I needed to bring someone on full time to help or just give it up altogether. And you know how much I love yapping, and you guys have been so amazing during this. Thank you, everyone who's reached out to check in on me. I really do appreciate it. But with all this being said, I'm really excited to introduce to you Mary. Welcome to the Book Nerds Club, Mary.
Thanks, Courtney. I'm thrilled to join you on this podcasting journey. And I have to give a shout out to the Smut family joining us and echo what Courtney said. 100% it is A-okay for moms to take a break and to say they need to take a break. It does not make you a bad mom at all. So I hope you all are excited for this season. We have a lot of fun things planned and chats scheduled with amazing people. I always feel funny sharing about myself. I usually say I'm the introverted behind the scenes gal. I, like Courtney, have a full-time job in addition to all things bookish. But let's rewind it a bit and give a little bit of background. I have always loved reading. I grew up dancing classical ballet, point being my favorite, and I still try to dance and do point when I have free time. I dove into the romance book world when a friend shared her stories with me back in 2015. I started proofreading for her and slowly built up connections from there. In 2021, I created my business, On Point Digital Services. It blends my love of point with my love of books. Randomly, while scrolling Instagram, I saw Courtney's post looking for a co host. I applied, and as they say, the rest is history. I'm married and we have a teenage son, so I'm excited to bring you all of those shenanigans of teenage boys. There's never a dull moment with that. I'm a huge herbal tea drinker. You will find that in my cup 100% of the time.
And I am so glad that you did apply. We hit it off right off the bat. And just that process alone, it took me like several months. When I got out there, I was thinking, yeah, like 3 people are going to apply and we'll just kind of see how it goes. I had over 75 applicants.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was like, what? It was so insane. But, I've made so many great connections just by doing that. I wish I could have everybody on here with me because I've met a lot of incredible ladies going through that process. But, we hit it off at, a meet and greet cute last year, and,
We did.
so I was like, "Yeah, I think this is."
And then our hour-long phone call that turned into, like, an hour and a half.
I'm pretty sure we were pushing 2 hours.
I know. That's how you know it's kismet when all of a sudden you're like, "Hi, it's Courtney. I'm gonna do an interview." And next thing you know, 2 hours later, "Maybe we should get off the phone."
Yeah, yeah, it was so great. I remember, like, texting my husband in that call, I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I just found my co-host." Like, at that point, it
Yay!
was just fate.
Which I'm thrilled. I'm excited and love all of the ideas that we are throwing around and can't wait when we finalize them and can share with our, listeners. It will be fun times ahead.
Yes. My main goal for this year, or should I say our main goal this year, is to focus on our community, especially with everything I went through last year. Community means the world to me. So be on the lookout. We're going to be extra involved to grow our community, and we're going to be asking questions, doing polls, doing giveaways. So if you want to keep up and make sure you're in the know of all things What the Smut podcast, please join our newsletter. That's how you're gonna know everything.
And be sure to follow us along on Instagram because we will be dropping our polls in there as well and keeping you up to date on what Courtney and I are reading every week.
Yes, yes. Lots of new things coming, and I'm so excited about these changes.
Likewise, I am looking forward to it. Since we talked about currently reading, what are you currently reading this week?
Ooh, I am currently reading Mr. Irrelevant by C.L. Rose. And of course, you know me, I'm doing the audio. So it is narrated by Avery Karras? Karras? If I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. And Tristan Josiah. Um, Huge fan of CL Rose, and I've been waiting for this audiobook to drop. It just dropped last week. It's football, owner's daughter, friends with benefits, friends to lovers, and it has a great, amazing, can't talk about it enough, fuck it moment. And I am
I
here
love
for it.
that. I have her book, Hot Route, sitting on my shelf, so I think I'm going to dust that one off after I finish a couple of other reads and dive into that one.
Haven't got to read that one yet, but I've done her baseball series, and I will say I think Mr. Relevant is my favorite so far. I say so far because I plan on going back and devouring her backlist.
I love that. It's like, this is my favorite so far until I meet, ooh, him.
Well, what are you reading, Mary?
So I am reading House of Ink and Oaths by Autumn Jones Lake. She is a longtime favorite author of mine. I have read everything she's written. So this one is a little bit of a spooky standalone. So you don't have to read any of her other stories. It takes place in a town that has a mystery about a weeping woman, a child has gone missing. There is the sexy hot alpha tattoo artist who the
Say less.
vlogger I know. So, the female character is a vlogger who goes and talks about all of these urban legends, myths, and ghost stories, and she does her whole vlogging around that, and so her viewers sent her to the town to discover its secrets. So, I'm only partway in because I have been under the weather, and as we know, when you're sick, reading kinda takes a back seat. So, I'm excited to hopefully finish that midweek next week.
I'm going to add this to my TBR because that sounds like my vibes.
Shout out to Autumn if you listen to our podcast. We'd love to have you on.
So, Mary, what are you watching currently?
So, my husband and I decided to start this comedy on Apple TV. It's called Shrinking, and it covers the story of 3 therapists, psychologists, in their practice and all of the unhinged, hilarious things that go on in their lives. And I don't think I've laughed so hard watching a TV show since The Big Bang Theory or How I Met Your Mother. It is comedy gold, and it has Harrison Ford in it, and it has other actors in it that I know, but I can't think of their names off the top of my head. He's the only one that I can remember. And my husband and I are also huge fans of The Rookie. So we are watching that as the new episodes drop for the season.
Oh,
And then
nice.
my unhinged show, and it is really unhinged, and I need to know if anybody else is watching it. It's Alice in Borderland on Netflix. It is extremely unhinged and definitely not the cutesy K drama, but definitely a Korean show. And they get transported to this other, I guess, realm, or I don't know what you would call it, but it has them going into these arenas and places and competing. And if they survive and come out, they then get a playing card, like from a deck of cards. And apparently, the whole premise is you have to collect all 52 cards. And that's how you get out of the game. I'm only in season 2. Season 1 was totally unhinged. So if you like unhinged shows with gore, Alice in Borderland is one that I would recommend, and I need to know if anybody else is watching this.
It kinda sounds like I think it's Squid Games.
Yes,
Squid
I
Game.
so I think it's a little bit like that, but there's actually a good plot in here. And I don't know that Squid Games has that because it's just the games,
Right.
whereas Alice in Borderland has a plot. And I will admit, there was one episode in season 1 that I must have been hormonal or pre-period on, because that episode came on and I cried. And I don't cry at all. I am not a crier. And I was like, what the hell am I watching?
Sometimes you just need that, though.
I agree, sometimes you do, and I'm always happy when my period comes the next day, and I'm like, "See, I wasn't weak. I was just hormonal." And I should add in, crying does not make you weak at all. I know that. I'm a huge mental health advocate, and I know crying does not make you weak, but I always have to laugh when I'm like, "Why am I crying? I don't cry."
I feel that. I'm the exact same way.
So now tell me, because I know you are my trash TV, reality TV junkie. So what is on your watch list?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna regret asking. 2 days ago, I wrapped up watching the newest season of Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
Uh-huh.
Huge fan of the show, and, Taylor Frankie Paul, she's supposed to be the newest bachelorette, but they announced
Did you
yesterday.
see that?
Yes! Which I'm not surprised because, I tried to watch Mormon Wives several times, and season 1 was so hard to get into because it, starts and then pretty much just stops and then comes back, and
Mhm.
it doesn't give you much context. So, of course, I have to go Google, what happened. So, everything that just came out yesterday happened back in, I think it was, 2023.
Mhm.
She got in a huge fight with her boyfriend at the time, which is the same guy that's on the show still, and she, threw some bar stools, everything we read or that I could at least find at the time, it didn't seem that bad, but there's just so much more to the story, I hope we find out more, I hope,
Mhm.
because they both just need to come off the show. I have a feeling we're gonna lose the show altogether now, but, just kick them both off. He's annoying anyways, I can't stand him. So kick them both off and just please still give us Mormon Wives because I love all the other ones too. I was really excited about The Bachelorette, so I'm curious to see what they're gonna do now that they don't have,
I know. I know. I heard that report, and it's kind of funny. We have a huge parade and festival in my town, and the
Mhm.
host of The Bachelor and Bachelorette is going to be the grand marshal.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand the new host.
I
Jesse, I
didn't
think
even
is his
know
name.
who he was, but I was like, "Okay."
I I stopped watching once I gave him, like, 1 or 2 seasons when he started hosting, and
Mhm.
I was so uninterested in it, and, like, that was, like, one of my favorites, and so I'm like, "Here's my petition, please give us Wells Adams." Like, he would make a fantastic host of The Bachelor. Like, I know he does his bartending gig on,
Mhm.
Paradise, but I need more. I think he would do such an amazing job with this. So, here's my petition. But I'm also, Summer House is on, it's season 10. I watch it on Peacock the day after it airs.
Mhm.
Loving this season. And again, like we just got announced a couple weeks ago that Kyle and Amanda from Summer House has officially like separated. They're going through a divorce. You can kind of see why on season 10, but I'm still enjoying it. They brought in some new people, and I just typically I don't like the new people at first, but these two girls that they brought on, they are so relatable to like normal day people, and especially I can't think of her name, the blonde-haired one. She I just relate so much to her, especially back when, like, before I was married, when I was dating around, like, I couldn't flirt. I was awful. And
I can't even remember back that far.
I was very intoxicated most of the time.
I've been with my husband for 20 years, so, like, to ask me what it was like back when I was dating, I've got nothing.
That is amazing. No, but she, like, goes up to these guys on this TV show and is like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna flirt with you right now, and tell me what you think." And they'll be like, "You were trying to flirt just now?" It is so great. Like, she is like I said, she's very relatable. And side note for those that don't know, my husband also likes to watch trash TV with me. There's like, he doesn't watch The Mormon Wives, but he will watch Summer House, but we also started watching a new show on Netflix called Age of Attraction, and it has what's the guy? Nick from The Bachelor, Nick Ball, I think is how you say his last name. Him and his wife is the host because it's and romance readers will love this, especially if you're an age gap person, because it's all about the dating with an age gap. So it's kind of like age gap meets Love is Blind because you go in, you get to see each other, but you don't get to tell who you're talking to, like your age, until you're ready to like take that next step and commit to them. And when I say
Mhm.
commit, I mean the next step is commit to go like live together, introduce them to your
Yeah.
families, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some of these men has even got me fooled. I'm like, I need your skincare regimen, people. Uh, there's there's this one guy, like I could swear up and down he might have been 50. The girl that chose him, she was thinking he was in his late 40s. Homeboy is 60. 60 years
Oh,
old.
man.
Yeah, she's 27. Spoiler alert.
Woo! Spoilers.
Yeah. So, we're only a couple episodes in. Highly recommend it. It's very fun. It's a different twist on a dating show. I'm here for it.
That sounds like it would be a fun one to watch.
Yes, and Southern Charm is in its 11th season. Again, that's something on Peacock I'm watching. I'm a little bit behind because this is one my husband doesn't like to watch with me, but, so I just watch it, like, whenever I can, basically, but I think I'm, like, 2 or 3 episodes behind. I'm on the episode before the reunion, so I'm almost caught up on that one. And other than that, I'm in the 3rd and final season of Tell Me Lies on Hulu, which is a TV show based on a book. So
Okay.
if you haven't read or watched that, I definitely recommend. It's very like suspense, dark and twisted. Like, if you have Hulu, go watch it. Like, I'm watching it before I'm reading the book, and, it's so good. The main guy, Steven, he is like a narcissist. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just really good. And I'm sure our listeners could do a better job. So if you ever want to come on and talk about Tell Me Lies, I would love to have a TV adaptation episode. Like, I love this series. But yeah, I'm about halfway through season 3. So I can't believe I haven't had it spoiled yet. So knock on wood that I don't, but I'm almost done. But
Oh,
that's all I'm watching.
that's all. They're like, "That's it." I should add in that I'm watching whatever random thing my son has on sometimes too. So,
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it.
whatever teenage boys. Actually, he just finished watching a series. I wanna say it was called Swagger. It was a basketball series for the kids started out in middle school and were on a basketball team, and it went into high school with them. And he
Well,
said it
that's
was pretty
cool.
good. Yeah, so uh, I thought that was neat that he found that and was watching it and seemed to enjoy it. So, we are also huge Marvel fans, so him and I will hit the movie theater. When the new Spider-Man movie drops, we will be there.
I can't wait until my son starts he likes the cartoon version of Spider-Man.
Mhm,
He has watched some of, like, the older Spider-Man movies. I
mhm.
think the new ones he just can't get into yet, but, yeah, I can't wait till he actually, like, grasps onto it because I'm a huge Marvel fan, I'm a huge Star Wars girly. We just got back from Disney, and proud mom moment, his very first big boy ride was, the Millennium Falcon ride at Disney,
Oh, that's awesome.
and I was afraid he was gonna hate it because, like, he doesn't watch Star Wars or anything, and he gets off of it and goes, "Mommy, can we ride it again?" And I was like, "No, because at this point, the line is an hour and a half long." We just caught it at the right time, like, there was, like, essentially, like I think we might have waited 20 minutes to get on this ride. If you ever want to go to Disney, please go last week of February, first week of March-ish. It still was crowded. I mean, there's never not gonna be time that it's not crowded, but it wasn't terrible. So, that's my Disney recommendation for you. My
We'd
unsolicited
like
Disney.
We'd like to go. I went 3 or 4 times as a kid, and then my son wants to go to do the Star Wars and build his own lightsaber. So we have seen all the Star Wars episodes as well. He is definitely a Marvel fan over Star Wars. I will say that, and it'll it'll happen. Your son's still young. I wanna say it was probably maybe 9, 10 when mine started really getting into not cartoon shows, but enjoying actual people shows.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Not that I wanna rush this time, like,
No,
I'm enjoying it some days.
I know.
Some days he makes me want to pull my hair out.
And then you remember some days why mammals eat their young.
Told you guys,
That's what
we are
we're
unhinged around here.
unhinged thought of the day. That's what my mom used to tell me. She's like, "Now you know why some mammals used to eat their young." She's like, "You can't, but now you know why, because they will push your buttons."
I
And
love
I can
it.
tell you the first time that your son gives you back the sass and attitude that
Oh,
you
he's
have
already
in
there.
you, it when they execute it perfectly and you look at them and you don't know whether to, like, slow clap and be like, "Damn, kid, that was good," or correct them for what they did, I don't know which way I wanna go in this parenting moment.
Yeah, we are pretty much already there. It's wild. They're teaching them young these days. Okay, Mary, I have to know, what kind of romance reader are you?
My gosh. I am a chaos gremlin romance reader. I say that, but I'm very much a mood reader. And depending on my mood, depends on if I'm reading something new and current or if I reread some of my cozy favorites. It all depends on how I'm feeling for the day.
I 100% can relate to that, and I feel like a lot of our listeners can relate to that as well, because I am a total mood reader, but I'm also kinda chaotic too. Like, before motherhood, I was very, like, type A. If I start a series, even if it was, like, an interconnected standalone series, like, I had to read them in order, regardless of if you could drop in at any book, like,
Mhm,
that was
mhm.
me. I had to read them exactly in order. I didn't want anything spoiled. I wanted to know as, the author intended it to, like,
Yeah.
to read it in order. Well, now that shit's just gone out the window since having kids. I'm like, I'm gonna read what I want to read, and I am DNF queen if y'all don't know this about me.
Life
It
life
will
is too short to read books that don't keep us entertained.
Okay, book nerds, a quick interruption for something that you might find useful. If your TBR is unhinged as mine, and you need a way to consume more books without quitting your day job, Audible will be your best friend. You can grab a free 30-day trial using the link in our show notes, which means you can listen to all the romance, fantasy, and morally gray men to your heart's desire. Perfect for your commute, your hot girl walk, or when you're pretending to be productive, but you're actually just listening to smut. And yes, audiobooks absolutely count as reading. I will die on that hill. So grab your free trial with our link in the show notes and you can thank me later.
Yes, yes. And not saying like if I DNF a book doesn't mean I won't eventually come back to it and pick it up. Because again,
Truth.
I'm a mood reader. So it could just be I'm not feeling it. I could be on my period and just be grumpy at men and don't even want
Yes,
to read.
yes.
So let me go pick up an FF book.
It's no, that is it's true. I don't I don't DNF a lot of books, but most of the time if I do, it is definitely a me thing and not an author thing. Like, it's a me and my mood and not the author themselves or the book. Um, so I'm with you there 100%. I will say I don't venture out of my bubbles too much, and so the likelihood of me DNFing a book drops because I tend to stay in, like, my little bubble of authors that I know will hug me and make me feel comforted and fall in love.
Oh, I am all over the fucking place. It really it really just depends on what I'm feeling for, but sometimes I just want my heart ripped out and for the author to stomp on all the little tiny pieces.
Ooh, you if you feel in that mood, call me because I will give you some really good recs for that one.
Love it. Love it. Well, tell me, what tropes will you defend with your life?
Second chance.
Are you a second chance
100%.
queen?
I am a second chance queen. I am a second chance lover. If and I have to say it's not really a trope, but if you also have a book with a ballerina in there, I am all over it like white on rice. So those are probably the two that you will find me die hard protecting all day every day. But definitely second chance. There's just something I think so realistic with second chances that I love it in my romance books because I love how vulnerable the characters can be, and I love how they can overcome things. And I'm not talking, don't get me wrong, there's always a time and a place for a third act breakup, but I'm talking the true second chances that aren't just a third act breakup due to miscommunication kind of thing.
Right.
I love second chances that are a couple that was together, got divorced, and got back together. Sign me up. I will auto buy that. That would be beautiful, perfect, and maybe it's something about being in my feral 40s, but I love second chance romance. So
I
what about
love
you?
that.
What about you? What's your trope that you will defend against me?
Okay, so hear me out. Fake dating. That's like that I know people give so much hate, I feel like, to fake dating and to like surprise or accidental pregnancy.
Oh, I love a good surprise pregnancy book.
I do too. That's like my guilty pleasure. But fake dating, when I'm in a book slump, that's like my go-to if I'm trying to like reset my brain. Like
Mhm, mhm.
it's been done so much. I don't care. I don't care. Give me 20 versions of the same book. I don't
I
care.
agree. I agree.
I will read
I
it.
agree. When you find that, like, that niche, that trope that you like, it could be mass published everywhere, and I'm with you. Just give it all to me. I will consume it, I will hug it, and I will treasure it.
And also, if it's hockey, if it's fake dating meets hockey, like, ooh, that's my jam. Sign me up.
So I have to ask, you have the fake dating. Now does arranged marriage, fake engagement, do you classify those in as fake dating, or do you look at those as a different ball of wax?
Arranged marriage, I kind of loop that in as something else.
Uh-huh.
But if it's like a marriage of convenience, then I
Mhm.
kind of that coincides with fake dating because
Okay.
it's like a fake marriage. But I mean, and again, one can argue that an arranged marriage could also be fake too because they're not. So I don't know, maybe. I think you might have talked me out of that one. Yeah.
I just had to ask because you do see people, and I agree with you. You see people lump them together, but there are differences and nuances, and I agree. A marriage of convenience or like a fake engagement or a fake marriage, I could classify those as a fake dating trope. But an arranged marriage kind of thing, like the father set the
Yeah.
daughter up with the enemy kind of thing, that falls in a different category for me too.
Especially because, like, I've read books before where, like, it's arranged and maybe he's not happy about it, but she is. Like, what if
Hmm.
she's been in love with this guy for her entire life? I've read books like that before. So, yeah. You talk me back around.
We just need to come out and say we love books. Like,
Yes.
we
It's
just love
chaos,
any
guys,
it
chaos.
it is chaos, and we love any and all tropes. It's gonna be what it's gonna be for the whole year.
Yes. I've never met a trope I didn't like. There, I said
Truth, truth.
it.
I don't think I have either. I can't say I have a trope that I am completely turned off against.
Yeah.
I'm with
I
you.
haven't found one yet, but we'll see.
No, I know. We're still young. So if you want to challenge us, drop a comment and challenge us with a trope that you think is unhinged that we need to read.
Or one that you don't like. Maybe we don't like it either, and we just don't know we don't like it.
True. True.
But, this season, we're rebranded, guys. All different things, we got a different brand on social media. We have a new layout for our podcast. Like, as you can tell, this isn't what you've seen in the past. So, the vibe for this season is chaos and unhinged. So, I hope you join us because it's going to be a fun time. And speaking of unhinged, it's time for Unhinged Thoughts of the Week, where we take our thoughts, no context, no logic, just the vibes, and unpack it like it's completely normal. So, Mary, give me your unhinged thought of the week.
Teenage boys are feral for food and home baked goods.
I, you know, I can see it just being boys in general because, my son, he's 5 and literally he's eating me out of house at home. Like,
Oh
I was like,
wait.
he,
No.
ugh. He
Just
was like,
wait.
Mom, I want this. And I'm like, you've already ate it all. Like, I need to go to the store again.
I will say at 5 though, and our viewers can chime in or laugh or gasp. At 5, so my son drank a lot of milk at that age. He was very much a milk kid until probably, I'd say 9 or 10, and now he only drinks it when he has cereal. But back then, we literally were going through 4 gallons of milk in a week with just my son because I can't drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't have dairy at all. And I could not afford that was back when milk was high for a gallon of milk. So I'm buying powdered
Yeah.
milk and whole milk, and like mixing and splitting it because the kid was drinking me out of house and home.
Look, there we go again, Mary, because I'm also a lactose intolerant queen. And so
See,
we
it was meant to be.
yes, we buy lactose free milk. I that's a staple in our house. Cuz like I'm a huge milk drinker, like, and I will eat dairy. I shouldn't, but I do. I'm my own worst enemy. But he's not that big into milk anymore. He was from like 2 to 3,
Mhm.
but since then he's kind of come off of it. But yeah, I would literally buy gallons of milk, like 2 or 3 gallons a week we would go through between me and my son. So,
And it's crazy.
and
It's
lactose
crazy.
free milk is so expensive.
It is, it is. I keep lactose-free milk because if I do cook with a little bit of it, I can at least do it, but I'll be honest, I don't real if I make them something with dairy in it, I will pull out part of it for me to not have the dairy. So
Oh,
I am
I'm so sorry.
I know. I can do so I can have Parmesan cheese that's been aged properly, like, I'm talking the cheese wedge and then you grate it,
Right.
not the
Not the
kind in the
processed.
green yeah, not the kind in the green tub. Um, but I I found out in high school I became lactose intolerant. It went away when I was pregnant, and then it came back probably around the time my son was 5, it came back in full force. And I tried for a while like you, I would be like, "Oh, I want the ice cream," or, "Oh, I want this," and at the end of the day, it was killing me, and so I just cut it all out. And I don't I miss some things, but I will say that we have come a long way in what was available when I was 18, 17, 18, and couldn't have dairy to what we have now because I can use like plant-based heavy cream, I can use plant-based shredded cheese, plant-based creamer, and it's really made a huge difference in what I'm able to eat and do.
Hey, I get more power to you because you are better than me. I have no willpower. Actually, it was probably about a month ago now. I was literally sitting here at work complaining pretty much all morning about a stomach ache. Like my stomach just hurt me all
Oh,
morning long, and then it comes lunchtime rolls around, and I look at my boss, who is also my best friend, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm going to Amigos real quick. I'm gonna go get me some queso." And she's like, "Courtney, you've literally been complaining about your stomach hurting all day. Why are you doing this to yourself?" And I'm like, I was like, "I won't complain anymore." And like, sure enough, I was complaining again, but I do it to
so
myself.
I know. And as we dove way down the deep end of unhinged off-topic thoughts on that one, you have to drop your most unhinged thought for the week.
Mine is kind of a double dipper, because one, insurance is a fucking scam. Let's just say it.
Facts, facts.
Um, I'm sitting at probably about almost 2 grand already in insurance bills, and it's not even the end of March yet. Like, what the fuck? Why am I paying for
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
So yeah, I could have probably paid these doctor, and it was doctor office visits. If it was a hospital visit, I could completely understand, but my doctor's office, like, I could have self-paid and paid a lot less
Yeah.
than what I have. So insurance is a scam. I know we need it, but it's a fucking scam. And
Yep.
also
Yep.
and also, Meta Ads has got me in a book slump. Julie Ann, I love you. I love you and I love your writing, but you got me. You got me hooked on a Meta ad, and I can't even think now if it was Instagram or Facebook, but it was like this cute, like, little scene where she accidentally texted her boss that she, like, nannies for, what she was supposed to send her boyfriend, she sent the boss, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good," because you know I love a good nanny boss or nanny
I
single
know.
dad. Was it what I thought it was? Yes, but also, was it something I didn't ask for? Also, yes. But in the best way possible. It was a great book. It left me on a little bit of a cliffy, not too terrible that I, like, have to go read it right now, which thank God, because I found it on Hoopla, and I'm out of my borrows my borrows for the month, so I have to wait until April 1st. So I'm so ready for April
No.
to get here. So I can finally find out what happens. But yeah, the book is called Transcend. Definitely not this like witty like comedy that I thought I was getting, but it turned out to be something so much better. Definitely
Who's the author?
Jewel E. Ann. I've read
Okay.
her before. Actually, she was at a meet and greet cute last year. I got to meet her in person. She's super nice. Yeah, just not what I was expecting. And like now, no book can like
Hold a
compete with it.
candle.
Like, cause
Yeah.
my mind is just so sucked into her world, and so I've started and stopped so many books. So I'll eventually make my way back to them, but I'm just like I can't. My mind just needs this other story right now.
I love when authors make us feel that way, where we're feral for the next one that's coming out, or the next one if
Yes.
it's available even more. Like, I will automatically give 5 stars if I feel feral and I'm not even done the first book and I'm like, "Where's the next one? Where's the rest? I need more."
Yeah. I can't wait to see how this story is going to turn out, because so far everything like cuz I love like a good like suspense, and I like trying
Mhm.
to like figure out like, oh, who's the murder, who's this, who's that. And like I could not figure this one out, and I'm still stumped, but I can't wait to get into book 2. Well, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for sticking with me through this break. And if you are new here, hi and welcome to the chaos.
This week, you get a double dipper. Be sure to check out the next episode and see what we are yapping about.
For sure, you're going to want to bring your TBR and your bad decisions.
In the meantime, you can catch us causing chaos over on Instagram at What the Smut Podcast, and me personally at On Point Digital Services.
And I'm over on Instagram at Courtney Leanne. If you want to join us for a chat, there's a form linked in our notes, so be sure to fill that out because we would love to hear from you.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving us a review. Reviews help other smut readers find us, and honestly, they make our chaotic hearts very happy.
And if you really love this podcast and want to show support, we've got a listener support link in our show notes. Supporters get shout outs, special giveaways, and maybe even some exclusive chaos you can't find anywhere else. We also have sponsorship opportunities as well.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.